with no substance, no foundation, no land, no soil to even put the seed on. And Christians are eating and digesting evil, because that's what religion does. It brings evil, and Christ has come to abolish religion. So if you want to know Christ, and this is why the youth are not able, they are not able to understand Christ, because it is preached on the platform of religion. A person preaches to you and then asks you if you're a Christian, say, yeah, where do you go? Oh, I'm a Catholic. And their reaction changes. Oh, I'm from this. Oh, you know, they are disappointed. Or the first thing they do when they are even preaching to you, they want to refer you to their church, because it's about winning souls to the church, not winning souls to God. I know churches where they bring the win souls, or people come to the church, and when people have questions, and the question is not in their, how they call it, manifesto, like politicians, our agenda, they say, this is how it is, and if you cannot, I'm sorry. And then the brother or the sister leaves the church, and nobody is going to look for the person. Like even me, if I'm a non-believer and I have a friend that doesn't like my wife, for example, and he leaves me, I will check on him once in a while. Like, I want to check on him once in a while, because I'm a nice person, because I'm a good man. But Christians that call themselves Christians, if they've destroyed the essence of the word Christian, which is not exactly our name, but they've destroyed it, because you're supposed to be like Christ. Christ cried for his friend Lazarus when he was dead. He went there, even though he knew that he was sleeping, but he felt the emotion of the people and he cried. People go out from the church and nobody's going to look for them. Nobody's asking them, or explain it. Or say, okay, there is, like, I'll talk to my dad sometimes. He'll say, there's so many things I don't know about God in the Bible. So that is why you need to make heaven, so that you can ask him when you see him, if you still need the answer. But just try and make heaven and be connected to the Spirit. What Christ wants from you is a relationship. I saw a movie where a child was being taught how to accept an imaginary friend, and it's like, it shot me like a bullet. Like, an imaginary friend. The teacher was encouraging the child to embrace the imaginary friend, and the father was out. I think he was a soldier, and he has not been with his child for a while. And when he came back, and the child was playing at the dining table with, talking to an imaginary friend, and the father was, trying to interrupt, and the mom was like, oh honey, it's an imaginary friend. So kids can even be taught about imaginary friends, which is what Christ can be to you. Christ can be your imaginary friend in the sense that you can't see him, but you can feel. He can comfort you, he can love you, he can encourage you, he can give you confidence, and he will never leave you. But Christianity, religiosity will abandon you when you need it the most. The rich ones are in the front row. Pastor comes exotic, all talking slick. Now they talk a lot without power, because they can't heal, they can't deliver. And this is how you know that religion is bad. It changes rules and rules. Tomorrow a pastor can tell you that if you don't pay your tithe, you'll go to hell, and after 10 years he'll tell you that the message was not from God, and he repents of his sin, and he will teach you something else. What about those that have been deceived, that if they did not pay their tithe, they will go to hell, and have been paying their tithe without knowing Christ? What about that? They come back after 5 years, they change. Like science, it evolves after 10 years or 5 years or 7 years. The theories that we had when I was studying biology is different now. Now you can't even claim to know what a woman is because it might not be biology. So we have a problem at hand, brothers and beloved ones. We have a problem at hand, and only Christ can solve this problem. And it's not true religion, it's true relationship with Jesus Christ. If you want to know God, try as much as you can to have a relationship with Him, and He will reveal Himself to you. He's just there waiting, like He's waiting and patiently, but nobody has time for Him. Nobody really has time for Him. Only few. I believe God still has people, and only few has time for God. All we do now is religion. Go to church Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that's it. Some music is devilish to us and we don't listen to it. Christians are bored out of their life. They have nothing else to do, and that's why it's so easy for them to fall into sin. I have straightened my path with Christ, and I've been more happier than I was when I was on the other side. Because when I was on the other side, it was all cravings and cravings and cravings for things that I can never be satisfied with. I could crave for anything that even when I get it in 100-fold, I still won't be satisfied. But when you have Christ in you, He makes you satisfied. You find Him and He makes you satisfied. He just does. I don't know how, but He does. Relationship with Christ makes all the difference. Relationship with Christ makes all the difference, because that is what He wants, and that's why He put the Holy Spirit in our heart. When you accept Jesus, He puts the Holy Spirit in your heart, and then the Holy Spirit is the one that reveals